in Appalachian Athletic Conference play. U-Pike Bears will be introduced first. Clifton Williams, their head coach, assisted by Alexis Reed, and Jasmine Flowers. Coach Williams in his 9th season at U-Pike. They will start number 1, Rachel Bush, the 6'1" sophomore forward from Greenup, Kentucky, 13.6 points per game. Number 2, Allie Stone, leading scorer as mentioned in the conference, 5'6" junior guard, 20.8 points per game from Olive Hill, Kentucky. Number 30, Katie Callipy, 5'10" junior guard from Cincinnati, Ohio. Number 45, India Blythe, 5'6" junior guard, averages just under 11 from Melbourne, Australia. And then number 4, 6'1" junior forward from Colombia, Jadi Mihaha Andrade. So that'll be the starting 5 for U-Pike. On the other side, for Coach Jason Smith, it'll be number 1, Anna Crowder, 5'9" senior forward, 13.4 points a game, along with 7.8 rebounds from Decatur, Tennessee. Number 4, Jacelyn Stone, 5'5" senior guard, averages 15.1 points per game to lead this Lady Bulldogs team, also from Decatur, Tennessee. J.C. Powell, who also is from Decatur, Tennessee, 5'8" senior guard, averages 8.4 a game along with 4.4 rebounds. Number 25, Ella Crowder, another Decatur, Tennessee native, 5'9" senior forward. And then 35, Courtney Farr, the 6' junior forward from Benton, Tennessee. That'll be the starting lineups here for both ball clubs as everybody getting ready, officials making sure they've got the whistles ready to go. And Tennessee Wesleyan will move from our left to our right. Home white uniforms, all blue numerals. U-Pike, gray uniforms, orange numerals and lettering with black trim, and the tight tip does go to U-Pike. That is going to be Stone that controls it for them. Here's Callipy, goes far side, takes it, hands it off to Stone. Now Stone gets it to Blythe. Blythe comes across, inside, Rachel Bush, and she's going to put U-Pike on the board first, up 2-0 here early, as Bush was able to get down the left side and score easily. Here's Stone for Wesleyan. Kick out, Crowder, right wing. Skip pass, it goes over to Powell, back to Crowder, top of the key. Stone on the far side with it. Wesleyan being very patient. Shot clock at 10. Bounce pass to the high feed to Anna Crowder. Backing her way into the paint. Couple of pump fakes, sky hook. Maybe got deflected, but U-Pike not able to get the rebound as Bush and Callipy underneath, kind of fighting each other for it. So the Lady Bulldogs will get another opportunity, but only 3 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be Stone keying it in underneath, far side. Comes into Crowder. Now to Anna Crowder, got to take a shot. Shot clock violation. Wesleyan just lost complete track of time on what the shot clock had. And so a turnover here for the Lady Bulldogs. Bringing up the court will be Stone for U-Pike. Goes to the right around a double high screen. Andrade and Bush setting the screens. Now Bush gets it, goes around the screen from Andrade. Jumper for Bush off to the right side, collected here by Anna Crowder. Crowder pushes the pace, gets it up to Stone. Stone back to Crowder. Right wing, Anna Crowder back to Stone. Pass and catch on the wings. Here's Powell. Seeing a 2-3 zone shown by U-Pike. Ella Crowder gets it into the paint to Stone. Stone's layup no good. Rebound tipped out. U-Pike has another chance to extend their lead. Still 2-0. That's number 2, Allie Stone with the ball. Goes left side of the screen from Callipy. Long 2 is good for Allie Stone. U-Pike leads at 4-0. 2 minutes played so far. Here's Crowder with it. Top of the key goes to Powell. Quick pass into Farr at the high post. Ella Crowder passes up the shot opportunity. Gets it to Farr. Farr skip pass to the far corner. Crowder for 3. Anna Crowder going to airball it over the top of the rim. Allie Stone for Pikeville. Comes down quickly in transition. It's going to be Bush that sends it off to the right side. Blythe takes a deep 3, misses it. Anna Crowder with another defensive board. 7.5 to go. Here's Stone. Into the paint, kicks out. Powell wide open for three, just too strong. So both three-pointers by the Lady Bulldogs. A little too much adrenaline maybe, as they've airballed them. Stone looked like she had traveled for Pikeville, but now she's going to pick up the foul on the Lady Bulldogs. This one's going to be the first on J.C. Powell, team first of the quarter. Again, 4 10-minute quarters coming your way here on Hall of Fame Saturday. The newest class of Tennessee Wesleyan Athletic Hall of Fame members being inducted. We'll have a special halftime guest of this game, John Ferguson, one of those inductees. We'll talk to him, former player and coach here at Tennessee Wesleyan, as Bush makes a deep shot here for Pikeville, and they lead it 6-0, 3 minutes played here in the first quarter. Stone into the paint, gets stuck. She'll kick it out to Crowder near corner. Now up top of the key, it's Anna Crowder with it. Wesleyan trying to pass through this 2-3 zone shown by Pikeville. Ella Crowder takes the three. This one bounces up and over the rim. Powell fights through several Lady Bears to pick up the loose rebound. Stone will have it left wing. Now to Powell right wing. Back to Stone on the left. Middle of the floor, it goes to Crowder at the free throw line. Finds her sister, and then they're going to get a 4 on Andrade. And it's going to allow Jalea Lindsay for the Lady Bulldogs, the freshman forward, to check in. She was not active last week, Saturday against St. Andrews, so she'll check in. Freshman out of Walker Valley High School in Cleveland, Tennessee, Charleston to be exact. Here Stone goes right side of the lane. High off the glass, this one bounces up to the left, and then a foul committed by Powell on the rebound. Just bumps Bush there. And that's going to be 2 already on J.C. Powell, so Abby Barr is going to replace Powell. Abby Barr, the 5'8" senior guard from Sweetwater, Tennessee. Stone brings it up for U-Pike. They have yet to make any substitutions. Here's Blythe. Callipy on the right wing off the pass. Now Andrade goes baseline pass. Lindsay got a hand on it, but Bush able to corral it. Stone reverse layup on the left side, and she gets it, and U-Pike leads this one 8-0 with 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Crowder, top of the key, lobs it to the high post to Farr. Kicks it left side. That's Lindsay. She'll drive into the paint, takes a strong layup, and missed it. Andrade right there to create some mismatch. Andrade with it into the front court. Spin moves, hook shot no good. Barr collects the rebound for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll push it up the far side of the floor. Stone, now Crowder on the right wing. They move it to the left. Lindsay's got it, puts it on the floor, drive and dish to her right to Crowder. Stone a little shoulder shimmy. Now she'll drive inside, knifes her way through 2 defenders. They kick it out, 10 to shoot. Once again, shot clock running down for the Lady Bulldogs. Farr, she'll take the long 2 from the corner. Doesn't get the home roll, and the rebound is tipped out into the hands of Blythe. Courtney Farr had that one roll all the way around the rim, kiss off the glass, and still not fall for her. Here's Bush, top of the key. Now Stone gets a screen from her, goes to the right side, a little hesitation in the lane, then she'll kick it to the perimeter. This time it's going to be Callipy that drives in and somehow gets a pass to Bush, and it's a 10-0 lead for U-Pike with 4:43 to play and a timeout on the floor by Tennessee Wesleyan. We'll be back in 30 seconds, back in 30. Back here from James L. Robb Gymnasium, timeout called by the Lady Bulldogs, trailing 10-0 currently against U-Pike, number 4 team in the conference. Lady Bulldogs tied for 7th place currently. They've already beat this Lady Bears team once on the season. Took overtime to do it. Farr misses the jumper. Rebound pulled down here by Alexis Moore, number 25 for the Lady Bears, who checked in during the timeout. Jalea Warren also checking in, number 10 for Pikeville, the 5'8 freshman guard. And a three-pointer here is good by Moore on the far side, so it's 13-0. Tennessee Wesleyan trying to get something to fall for themselves here. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Here's Stone, middle of the floor, trying to take it all the way in. Reverse layup, off the glass, and just off the back rim, out. Stone gets it across midcourt, comes left side to Bush. Bush drives in, gets the and one opportunity as Crowder's going to pick up her first foul. Ball falls in for the 15th point. If the Lady Bears were coming to Athens with revenge on their mind, they have certainly started piling up the points to make the case in that regards after getting beat by Tennessee Wesleyan by 5 up at their home place in Pikeville. Bush does make it the and one opportunity, 16-0. Tennessee Wesleyan gets it to Lindsay across midcourt. Tally Lawson into the ball game, number 2 for the Lady Bulldogs, 5'6" sophomore guard. We also got number 22, Sierra Bates, 6-foot senior forward in from Kodak, Tennessee. Lawson from Decatur, Tennessee, played at Meigs County High School as well. Double high screen coming for Stone. She'll step left side of it and take the three and drills it. Best three-point shooter on the team, second in the conference, and she's got a 19-point lead for the Lady Bears. Lawson skips it top of the key to Lindsay, bounce pass to Bates, high post, now a nice feed down to Barr. It's mishandled though, Barr trying to get it rolling. Now they got a jump ball. It will go to Tennessee Wesleyan or stay with them, so shot clock will stay at 12. Coach Williams, I think, pleading the case with the official that felt like his player was getting the timeout, but Tennessee Wesleyan able to tie that one up. Here's Stone, gets it in quickly to Lindsay. Layup on the left side's blocked, ball tipped around. It's going to go out of bounds off of Tennessee Wesleyan as that one just kind of ricocheted off of Sierra Bates' arms. Aubrey Long's going to come to check in for the Lady Bulldogs. She'll replace Lindsay. Aubrey from Benton, Tennessee as well. Stone going to cross the Bulldog logo at midcourt. High post feed from Bush inside to Moore. Moore, fadeaway jumper in the lane, off the mark, rebounded by Bates. Inside, Lawson going to get fouled underneath. That one's going to be on number 35. Had to check. Paige Ayler out there. Lawson, 15-foot jumper, just short. Lady Bulldogs 0 for 12 from the field. 0 for 4 behind the arc now. U-Pike with the ball, left wing. Ball above the head. Eiler gets it over to Stone. Stone drives in against Stone. Back to the basket. Bush, a little touch off the glass is good, and it's 21-0 still. Pikeville extends this lead. 2:07 to play. Stone up off the glass for the Lady Bulldogs. Missed it, and then a foul on the rebound. And that's going to be the second on Eiler. She'll exit. Andrade will come back in for her. 3 fouls apiece for both teams. 2:03 to play in the quarter. Stone going to key it in for Tennessee Wesleyan. Out it comes to Long. Goes left side to Lawson, now to Stone, right wing. Gets a screen from Lawson, a little pick and roll. Stone kicks it far side. Long takes the three, bounces up and off. Lawson gets the rebound. Nice cut by Barr, feeds it to her. Now Bates left side and layup missed. Tennessee Wesleyan finally gets the point in as Sierra Bates follows up her own shot and draws the foul. The Lady Bulldogs finally get one on the bottom of the basket to fall, and Andrade picks up her second, so Lady Bears have 4 fouls. Bates misses the first free throw, or the and one opportunity, correction. So 21-2, minute 36 to go here in the first quarter. Stone goes right side of the lane, Long right there with her, and Going to get a body or a foul on somebody. That's going to be on the long. Look like all ball from the commentator's booth up here, but it's going to be Alana Smith check in, the freshman forward, number 99 from Louisville, Kentucky. Don't see that too much. And Stone, Allie Stone will step to the stripe, 90.6% on the season. Could almost guarantee a make every time for her. One of the best shooting percentages we've seen from the line, 77 of 85 coming into today's matchup. And she makes both of them. 1:29 to play here in the quarter, and it's 23-2. Wesleyan going to see a full court press here by U-Pike. Lady Bulldogs with only 2 turnovers so far. Long easily gets across half court. Now gets it back to Stone. Minute 20 to go. Top of the key, Long. Long looking for some help. Sends it over to Barr, left wing. Now to Lawson. Lawson a little head fake. Stone open, far side for 3. Just too strong once again. Lady Bulldogs need to step back a few feet to shoot the 3. Stone steals it at midcourt. Skies for it. Goes up, way up on the right side is good for Jacelyn Stone. Read that one perfectly, deflected the pass. And easiest 2 points the Lady Bulldogs are going to have all day. And then U-Pike turns it over as it's Moore that comes flying across half court and got the pass from Warren, but she had not established herself in the front court. So that'll be a back-to-back turnovers here for U-Pike. 52 seconds to play, 23-4. Number 4, Stone sends it left side to Long, now feed into Lawson. Little pump fake, looking for help, gets it out top to Barr, now to Stone on the left wing. Stone driving in, kicks to Lawson. She'll fire the triple, and finally the 3 ball goes. Tally Lawson knocks that one down. Lady Bulldogs with 7. 23-7 as the final 25 seconds tick off the game clock. Shot clock, about a 2-second differential. U-Pike going to run this one down as far as they can. It's going to be Blythe out front, just dribbling it around. Bush sets a screen for her, now gets the pass. It's going to be Smith driving in, gets stuck. Shot clock at 3. Long 3, airballed there by Blythe, and it's going to be a shot clock violation out of bounds anyway, so 2.7. Tennessee Wesleyan's going to have the last shot of the quarter. They are going to see the full court press by U-Pike. Little ball fake. Bates gets it in, and they're just going to let the time run out. 23-7, the score after the first quarter. Tennessee Wesleyan finally starts to find the bottom of the basket. As we'll head to the second quarter, we'll be back in 60 seconds, back in 60. Back here at James L. Robb Gymnasium, Lady Bulldogs making a comeback here, down 23-15. Ella Crowder at the line after the steal by Anna Crowder. Layup on the right side was no good. Ella got the rebound, got fouled on the putback, makes the first free throw here. 23-16. 7:52 to play here in the second quarter. Crowder misses the second one. Smith pulls off the rebound here for Pikeville and clears it out. It's going to be Moore to bring it up the court. Alexis Moore working against Ella Crowder. Battle of the 25s right here. Ella staying right there with her. She goes baseline, picks up the dribble, sends it out to Callipy. Now top of the key, it's Smith with it. Blythe behind the arc. They come near side. It's Moore with it. Here's Stone, goes baseline. Pull-up jumper is off the mark. Shot clock was winding down, and Smith's going to commit the foul in the backcourt. Anna Crowder had gotten the rebound and gets hacked. That's going to be the third on the Lady Bears in the quarter. Rachel Bush is going to return. She'll replace Smith, who committed that foul, her first. Bates to Howard, left wing. Deeper into the corner, it goes to Ella Crowder. Anna Crowder gets the pass on the right wing. Back left side, it goes to Lawson. Here's Lawson, drives inside and then kicks back to Bates. Bates for another three. This one caroms off to the right. And the Lady Bulldogs will have to retreat defensively. Stone coming back into the scorer's table area. Here's Stone, gets a screen from Bush. Triple team, kicks out to Blythe, now to Bush just inside the arc. And that's U-Pike's first points of the second quarter. It's 25-16. Tennessee Wesleyan opened up on a 9-0 run. Inside, Howard with the high post. She'll kick it out to Lawson. Double high screen. Lawson steps behind the arc, drills another three for the Lady Bulldogs. It's 25-19. 6-point deficit, just a two-possession game, which is big. Here's Stone, middle of the floor, out of bounds. They will say Wesleyan deflects it. Jacelyn Stone will check in, replacing Alexis Bates. Inbound coming from Blythe, far side, Stone with it. Stone goes left side, drops it off to Callipy, who dribbles the middle of the floor and gets it to Bush. Now left side, it comes back, Stone. Allie Stone misses another jumper. And it's Jacelyn Stone for Tennessee Wesleyan, crosses over into the paint. Floater in the lane, off the glass, no good. Howard battling for the rebound. Several players on the floor. The ball's rolled out of there by Bush and given to Callipy. Callipy, pass deflected. Blythe able to catch up with it though for U-Pike. Right there at midcourt once again, Wesleyan got their hand on the passing lanes. Here's Callipy for three, missed it. Lawson gets the rebound here for Tennessee Wesleyan. Up to Anna Crowder, now to Howard. Bounce pass across the lane, nice feed. Lady Bulldogs to within 4. 25-21, 5.5 to go in the quarter. And then a timeout called by U-Pike. What a comeback so far by the Lady Bulldogs. Started this game down 21-0 with timeout on the court. We'll take it with them. Back in 30 seconds, back in 30. WGSQ, WLAR, Athens, Tennessee. Jared Wright here. Appalachian Athletic Conference doubleheader. Tennessee Wesleyan to within 4 after starting this game down 21-0. It is 25-21. Bush gets it in the midcourt. Wesleyan running the shot clock down for Pikeville, but then Pikeville finally breaks the press without a fight that they had to do it. Oh, their second field goal here in the second quarter. It's a 6-point game once again, 27-21. Howard to Lawson. Lawson for three, got another one. Cuts that deficit back in half. Lady Bulldogs to within 3. 4:53 to play here in the quarter. Left side, Moore spins against Crowder, kicks out Bush, long 15-footer, and it's good. Pikeville starting to hit the shots once again. Knew that was going to happen. It's a 5-point game. Crowder feeds it high post to Howard. Left wing, it's going to be Lawson. Lawson on the pick and roll, gives it to Howard. Blocked on the shot by Bush. Here comes Stone in transition for U-Pike. U-Pike has it deflected by Lawson. Lawson, it's a 2-on-1 break with her and Howard. Lawson, no-look pass over to Howard. Layup good on the right side by Julia Howard. Tennessee Wesleyan once again to within 3, 29-26, 4:10 to play. Right wing, handoff to Moore. She'll drive, spins into the paint, now goes left side. Lawson's going to commit the foul and at least prevented the layup from being made, as it's going to be Alexis Moore, 70% shooter, to step to the line. Abby Barr's going to replace Lawson. Callipy out as Warren will step in for U-Pike. Lady Bulldogs only down by 3 now. First one is good, so make that a 4-point deficit. 3:58 showing on the game clock. Aubrey Long back to the scores table for Tennessee Wesleyan as well. There's 5 that have been out there for Tennessee Wesleyan. Been playing really well on both ends of the floor. 5-point deficit now as both free throws are good. Half-court pass. Long gets it across midcourt. Now it's going to be Barr. Driving dish to Howard at the high post. Howard goes up strong off the left side, gets the bounce. Julia Howard, the freshman, coming alive here in the second quarter for the Lady Bulldogs. 31-28 the score. 3.5 to go. Long replaced Ella Crowder, who's getting a breather. Now Howard gets her hand in the passing lane, picks up the loose ball by Crowder, and Crowder's going to step out of bounds. Nope, they're going to call the foul. Good job. Alexis Moore going to pick up her first, team 4th. That was a great call. It happened right in front of Coach Williams. He wanted the out-of-bounds call, but the bump got Crowder knocked out of bounds. Here's Barr, left wing. Barr drives, gets around a screen from Howard. Stone now with it, taking on 2 defenders. Little spin move, gets free to the right side on the spin, and the Lady Bulldogs are to within 1 point here, 31-30. Need a big stop here against U-Pike. Stone has it far side. Gets a screen, steps, 15-foot jumper, does rattle home for her. Still a 1-possession game though, 33-30. 2:50 to play. Here's Howard, top of the key, it's Long, gets a screen from Howard. Now they go left side, it's Anna Crowder, goes left, then right around the screen. Barr called it. She'll get a screen from Howard, goes left side of the floor, and she'll travel with it. Stone looked like she was going to cut, and they miscommunicate there. And so Lady Bulldogs will turn it over, side out of bounds coming for U-Pike. Anna Crowder was going to guard in the backcourt. Now she'll retreat under 2.5 to go. Courtney Farr coming back to the scores table. Here's Stone around the screen from Moore. Howard went flying to try to block it. Altered the shot enough that Stone missed it. Drive by Moore. Kick out to Stone, left wide open, and she's going to knock that one down. 3 ball there for Allie Stone. Puts it back to a 6-point game, 36-30, as we approach the 2-minute mark. It's Jacelyn Stone for Wesleyan. Gets all the way to the hoop and gets the home roll off the left side of the glass. Took on the taller defender in Bush and gets the lay-in. 4-point game, 36-32. Allie Stone working around some screens, now feeds it down low to Bush, back to the basket against Crowder. Pass kicked out to Moore. Moore's short jumper off the mark. Over the back, but no call. Instead, Aubrey Long gets the rebound as Crowder was able to tip it over to her. And 1.5 to go. Wesleyan can cut it to a 1-possession game again. Stone goes left side, and then a hand check foul called quickly, and it's going to be 2 shots either way. And this one is going to be the second on Moore. As Jacelyn Stone's going to step to the line. Callipy returns for U-Pike. Anna Crowder and Julia Howard get much needed breather as Lawson and Farr return for Tennessee Wesleyan. Ella Crowder set to come back in as well. Stone converts the first free throw. 1:21 showing on the game clock. Stone misses the second one. Ball tipped up into the hands of the other Stone. She's trapped at midcourt, able to get free of it. Now it's Bush. Takes a deep three, short on the front of the rim. Farr clears out the board for the Lady Bulldogs. 65 seconds to go in the quarter. Stone looks back at Coach Smith. Goes right side, behind the back, pump fake, kick out, Farr, top of the key. She'll pop the three, in and out that one goes. So 50 seconds to play. U-Pike will have it, up 36-33. Again, started this game on a 21-0 run. Tennessee Wesleyan didn't get a shot made or didn't score. Jump ball, the call is Tennessee Wesleyan's ball. On the possession arrow change, 39.3, Ella Crowder in for long for Tennessee Wesleyan, but Lady Bulldogs did not make their first shot until 1:43 remaining in the first quarter. For the first 8 minutes, U-Pike was on a 21-0 run. Lady Bulldogs have battled back to win the second quarter as of now. 25 seconds to go. Stone, top of the key, being patient. Lawson comes up and gets it off a screen from Farr. Now Lawson, a deep two, will knock it down, and it's 36-35. U-Pike wanted the offensive foul. No need for a whistle there. Stone with U-Pike out front. 6 seconds to go. Hand check foul on Ella Crowder. I believe that's kind of what Coach Smith wanted them to do right there. Long coming back to the scorer's table. Stone going to check out. 4.6 showing on the game clock. U-Pike up 36-35. Pass deflected. Bush ends up with it. Jumper off the mark. And the buzzer's going to sound on the first half. And what a second quarter by the Lady Bulldogs. Now only trailing U-Pike by 1. Down 21 in the first half. And making a huge comeback, or in the first quarter, making a huge comeback here in the second. Outscoring Pikeville 28-13 as they will head to the locker room down by 1. Again, your halftime score, U-Pike 36, Tennessee Wesleyan 35. We'll take a 2-minute break and then be back with an interview with John Ferguson and some first half stats. Back in 2 minutes. Back here at James L. Robb Gymnasium. There we go. Back here from James L. Robb Gymnasium Hall of Fame Saturday, and it's the Lady Bulldogs putting together a Hall of Fame worthy second quarter there. They were down 21-0 to start this game, got their first field goal with 1:43 to play in the first quarter. U-Pike rattled off 2 more points at the free throw line, and then the Lady Bulldogs ended with the last 5 points of the quarter and then continued on that streak, technically a 14-point run that they went on. U-Pike got another one, about 6:45 left, and then trading baskets back and forth, but the Lady Bulldogs outscoring them in that second quarter, 23-18, and only trail by 1 here into the locker room. Well, it's always fun to chat with current players, but every now and then life treats you to a treat, and Hall of Fame weekend shows up, and you get to talk to an old friend, we could say.
Oh, yeah.
And a guy that has put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this James L. Robb Gymnasium, and one of the newest members of the class of 2025 Hall of Fame here at Tennessee Wesleyan, John Ferguson. First off, how's it feel? One, do you feel old enough to be in the Hall of Fame? But how does it feel to come back and be honored like this?
Well, I definitely feel old enough. That's for sure. But, you know, it's kind of just a surreal experience, just, you know, riding through town. I mean, we left here about 5 years ago and with intentions to come back all the time. But once life kind of happens, it's harder and harder to make it back. And then, you know, driving here, you know, getting off the interstate and passing the same restaurants and things like that, it just – you know, the same feeling I had when I came on a visit, it felt like home. And you know, even though my home is somewhere else, this place still has that home feeling for me.
Well, and I know you walk back in the gym, and you also spent time as a coach here. We'll get to that in a minute, but the same smells, you see some of the same people.
Yep.
We've already given our buddy Peyton Harper a hard time down here.
He just lingers around. So
he's just here. He's popping popcorn early. He's Donnie Jr., we like to say.
He is.
Donnie's at baseball. Baseball's got a doubleheader today. #1 team in the country right now, but they split games yesterday, so they're up on the hill.
Baseball
playing.
never falls off.
No,
they do. They're
just
incredible.
Reload.
Yeah. Yep.
Obviously, you spent your time as a player here. Coach Adams, I believe, was your first coach that brought you. Talk to us a little bit about how Coach Adams convinced John Ferguson to leave Portland, Tennessee, and get here.
You know, I mean, it was on a whim. Someone kind of told him about me, and he was actually on a golf trip and swung by and watched me play a game. And he said after that he was hooked, and I'd never heard of Tennessee Wesleyan. And, you know, I mean, I had a lot of other schools that were kind of after me, but you know, honestly, it was the relationship that I built with Coach Adams on the phone, because there was no text messaging and things like that. We were communicating every night just on the phone, and he got me to campus. And once that happened, I was sold. You know, it was I knew I didn't want to go to a giant school and just kind of get lost in the mix. And when I came, you know, to Tennessee Wesleyan, I met so many people, you know, just walking around campus, shaking my hand, asking me how I was liking it. And it was no other, you know, visit that I had ever been on. And like I said, it was just at that moment I knew like this was going to be home for me, and this is where I could spend, you know, the next 4 years just loving life and playing basketball.
Of course, you didn't really stay gone long. Graduate, you end up coming back to work, and that's how I really got to know you. I watched you play. I was kind of the underclassmen, as you're the upperclassmen. But Tennessee Wesleyan, you meet your wife Dana, who was here, graduated from here as well. You come back working in missions, and that's where me, you, Matt Harper, our buddy Matt Harper, and Ryan Owen. I thought about this this weekend a little bit. I mean, every day we used to go to lunch. I was going to lunch with 3 Hall of Famers, because I know Matt and Rhino will be there one day.
Yep, absolutely, they will.
So I was in rare company there. But just the ability to come back and also coach at your alma mater. You helped Coach Poe, Coach Stone, ran the JV program. Talk to us about the opportunity to do that.
I mean, it starts with Coach Adams, and, you know, his love for the school, you know, made me love the school to come here. And then seeing everything that Coach Poe and Coach Stone, you know, did, like, for me as a player. And then once I graduated, our relationship never ended. And when the possibility of the JV program, you know, popped up, you know, it was Donnie was involved with the coaches, and I mean, and it was a no-brainer. And that soon became, you know, my main focus to come back. Not that I love basketball, was just my true love for the school made it an easy, you know, decision to accept that. And that's kind of put me in the position I am now, where I'm back home in Portland and coaching basketball. And it's, you know, when I look back, it's all just because of, you know, my time spent here.
You talk about that. You go back. You're now, I believe, the athletic director at Portland
I
as
am,
well.
yep, as
so
of
not
this
just
year.
the head boys basketball coach, but the athletic director. And we're talking off the air before the games got started today. It sounds like you're coaching a new sport to
We
the
are,
Tennessee landscape.
Yeah, they're a new emerging sport of girls flag football. So, you know, our head softball coach, Denisha Tucker, she took that over and asked me if I'd like to help, and, you know, why not? I mean, I will tell you this. We've been practicing. They limit our practices for the first little bit, and we practice 2 hours a week, just once a week. And with the stress of life and basketball going on, those are the most fun 2 hours I have of my week. It is so much fun, you know, just coaching like these girls that are just trying to learn a new sport, and us and the other coaches trying to teach it. It is a blast.
Well, we've picked up the flag football craze here in the
Yeah.
local area, and it's fun. It's
It
different.
is. It really
but
is.
I have to laugh because when you talk about, you know, you've been basketball focused, coaching basketball at different levels. You also coached bowling here for a little bit at Tennessee Wesleyan.
I did.
So it's almost like that prepared you to, hey,
Man.
this is a sport that nobody's really following in
You
the
know-
college.
You know,
but here we are.
When Donnie called me to actually tell me I was, you know, getting elected to the Hall of Fame, the first thing he said was, "No, I'm not calling you about to be the bowling coach." So, which is good because Aaron White, Coach Aaron, he has got those guys and girls rolling. So they're in a fantastic place, and you know, I couldn't be prouder. I still follow our basketball teams. I still follow our bowling teams. You know, they won a conference championship last year, made it to nationals. I mean, just incredible for a program that Matt Harper was actually that he started. You know, and he went off and got married, and, you know, decided to leave and
Got too big for us.
yeah, it somehow just kind of was fell in my lap, and it was a crazy time to learn a sport I had nothing about. But I mean, it was just so much fun, and that's probably why I take so many or wear so many different hats in Portland, is because at Tennessee Wesleyan you do that. You know, you help out with other coaches, and in a small school you may coach one thing, but you're involved in so many others. And that's just, you know, I think that's part of, you know, the servant leadership and things that, you know, I learned at this school, and it just, you know, it just carries with you throughout the rest of your life.
I want to talk real quickly. You got your mom and dad here, it looks like, and the boys.
And the boys,
when the
yeah.
boys left, when y'all left, the boys, they're young men now.
They are, yeah.
Talk to us a little bit about the opportunity to coach them. You're getting to coach them at the high school
Yeah,
level.
it's wild because when they were younger, I was very adamant of not coaching them because I wanted to be dad instead of coach. But now I'm kind of both, and I've told them, you know, in practice they don't have to call me coach; they can still call me dad. But they get it worse than anybody else on the team. So I can assure you, the other guys on the team love that they're there, because anytime they screw up, it is well known that they have screwed up. So, you know, I coach them hard, and, you know, it's a style of coaching that I learned from being here, you know, in high school and college, is that kids these days, you got to coach them hard, and you got to push them, but you still love them too. And it's just the same for, you know, my kids as the other kids. You know, we're doing really well. You know, I've been blessed, you know, from my playing days here and, you know, coaching in Portland, to just surrounded by great kids and great parents. And, you know, it's a really stressful time on you, but I couldn't imagine myself doing anything. So
Obviously, you're here because you're inducted into the Hall of Fame this weekend. Record still stands right now. I've got them in front of me. Most block shots in a season, 74 by Mr. Ferguson in 2005, 2006. And then the career total of block shots at 200 from 03 to 07. Yeah. Is there any blocks that stand out of the 200?
Well, I'm not a person that's, you know, likes to brag, but I want to tell you what. I bet those blocks are double. No, because look, hey, back when I was playing, that was a long time ago, and a lot of teams didn't really know what blocks were. So there were some games we would have our stats. I'd have 3 or 4 in the official stats. When we would travel, they would be 0. But there was a few I remember here at James O'Robb where I blocked a few off the wall. I blocked some into the student sections and things like that. The blocks stick out. A few dunks in here I remember, you know, just kind of not really the dunks, but the celebrations. And, you know, and it's, you know, it's those things what I remember. Like you were talking about lunch. Like, yeah, I remember working here and doing this and that, but I remember going out to lunch with like my 3 best friends and hanging out and just, you know, just sitting there just talking and being together. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like what the Hall of Fame brought back to me wasn't so much like the athletic side, was the relationships and the friendships and memories that I built while I was here.
Somebody told me to mention this, and it's not the person that is going to be named in this, but there's a notorious picture because when you got to Tennessee Wesleyan, you also ended up playing against a guy.
I did.
Or playing with a guy that you'd played high school ball
I
against.
did.
And our buddy Mark Rodden,
Yeah.
who's down in the Cleveland area. There's a notorious picture that shows up every year of a game Portland against McMinn Central.
McMinn Central, yeah. That was at my senior year at our place. Now, I mean, it's about that time for it to roll around. So if you're on Facebook, you'll see it. But you know, he likes to say that he took a charge. But if anyone saw Mark play, everyone knows he flops. And so, you know, he fell because I was so much bigger and stronger than him. I knocked him down. But, you know, that's one of the that's one of the ones that every time we post it, I always get a text message, and he always says it was a charge. You know, that was all. He'll just say it's a charge. But that's one of the relationships that I made. And, you know, I can't say too much because we have all of our insurance through him. So, so if you're needing insurance, Mark Ryden, State Farm, that's the way to go. I mean, we're all the way in Portland, and he takes care of us all the way up there.
And he came here from Lee to play at Tennessee Wesleyan, and so it's kind of full circle moment when you play at the high school game, and then you see these two.
I know, yeah.
I mean, they don't make them like you and Mark anymore about the players inside.
It was
Tennessee Wesleyan.
It was such a different style of game, and I think, you know, me and Mark, we got so close too because for 3 years every day we had to guard each other. I mean, it was always me against him, and you know, you get better with competition, and that's what we just every day we would hate each other for about 2 hours, and then we'd go hang out. And we were together the rest of the day, so it was you know, just great times.
As always, I like to think of it the David Robinson, Tim Duncan kind of twin towers kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, well, John, I appreciate you stopping by. It's great to catch up with you and Dana and the boys, seeing them. So we'll see you at the banquet later.
Sounds
so
great.
Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
John Ferguson, one of the newest members here of the Tennessee Wesleyan Athletics Hall of Fame, as we get set for this second half coming up here. And always good to catch up with John, and he's doing great things over in Portland and keeping up with them and the high school. They had a 4 overtime game the other night. He was telling us about it. And they came out on top, luckily, but nonetheless, he's over there doing everything he can to succeed at Portland High School, his alma mater. Out of the halftime break, it's going to be Pikeville's ball, and they're going to rattle home a 3 to start the first possession of the second half. So lead goes to 4 now, as they had a 1-point 36-35 lead at the half. Lady Bulldogs defensively, or offensively, they've got Ella Crowder, Anna Crowder, Courtney Farr, J.C. Powell, and Jacelyn Stone. Farr gets fouled on the inside, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots. This one's going to be the second on Bush. First of the quarter. So Courtney Farr is going to step to the stripe. Looking at the first half stats, Tennessee Wesleyan shot 38% from the field. U-Pike 51.7%, 4 of 10 now behind the arc. Tennessee Wesleyan 5 of 13 for 38%. U-Pike 5 of 5 at the charity stripe. Bulldogs turned it over 4 times to 8 by U-Pike. Farr makes the second one of the 2. 3-point game. Leading scores as Wesleyan gets out rebounded 18-17 in the first half. Leading scores, though, Rachel Bush with 15, Allie Stone with 14. Travel called here on U-Pike, so the Lady Bulldogs will get another opportunity. Tennessee Wesleyan led by Tally Lawson. She had 13 points, 4 of 5 from the field, 3 of 3 behind the arc, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Stone had 7, Howard had 6, and Anna Crowder and Alexis Bates with 3 apiece. Crowder leads the team with 4 rebounds as well. It's Crowder that sends it right corner over to Powell, airballs a 3. And so here comes U-Pike on the offensive drive. Callipy with it out front. Callipy hands it off to Stone. Stone goes to the baseline area, takes a quick jumper, and knocks it down. Best shooter in the conference. Leading scorer, 8.5 to go. It's a 5-point game, 41-36. Ella Crowder to Farr. Farr, skip pass, it comes to Stone near side. 2-3 zone shown here by Pikeville. Powell, top of the key. Karam's off from 3. Andrade gets the rebound, has to chase it down, and 2 Lady Bulldogs hit the deck. And it's the Crowder twins. Kind of collided as Pikeville got out of their way. 3-pointer off the mark. Loose rebound goes to Stone. Up to Anna Crowder. Crowder over to Ella. Ella gets blocked by Andrade. Wesleyan, unselfish basketball. May have cost him a bucket there. Here's Farr, top of the key. That one's in there. Courtney Farr drills it from downtown, and it's a 2-point game once again. 41-39. Coach Williams upset with his team. Hands on his hips now, and a little bit of frustration. Tennessee Wesleyan had cut it to 1 2 different times in the first half. Trying to do it here. Stone drops it over to Bush. Now down low, Andrade. Goes up, left side. High off the glass, no good. Courtney Farr created enough work for her to miss it. Kick out to Powell. Powell, top of the key. Skips it over. Stone, a little head fake. She'll drive in against Stone. Behind the back dribble, out to Farr. Going for another 3. Up and off to the left. That one looked like it was going to bounce high up and just drop straight back down, but Lady Bulldogs will have to retreat defensively, man to man. 6:54 to play in the third quarter. 41-39, U Pike leads it. Blythe takes a 3, missed it. Powell got the rebound, and then over the back call on Callipy. That was an easy call to make, and she just shoves Powell in the back. That's going to be the second on Callipy, second on the Lady Bears, and Tally Lawson back into the ball game here for Tennessee Wesleyan. WJSQ, WLAR, Athens, Tennessee. Jared Wright here in the Appalachian Athletic Conference doubleheader. Tennessee Wesleyan with the ball. Stone, backdoor cut by Lawson on the feed. Lawson misses the lay-in. Lawson somehow gets the ball back. Missed it again, though. Wesleyan point-blank range from tying this up, missing 2 inside. Lawson tried to get the hand in the passing lane there. Stone and Bush on the left wing. Lawson will pick up Stone. Goes near side. It's going to be 3-pointer off the mark for Callipy. Rebound tipped out right to Stone for U Pike. Stone gets it top of the key to Andrade. Now down low. Andrade gets it back from Bush. Looks like she traveled with it, but they're going to count the and one opportunity coming. This one's going to be on 25, Ella Crowder, her second. 43-39. Again, if you're just joining us, Lady Bulldogs started this game down 21-0 through the first 8 minutes. Andrade missed it. They've got a lane violation. Shooter stepped over the line. And Coach Williams looking at the scores table to make sure he heard what the officials said, if they heard it, but it will be Wesleyan's ball. Middle of the floor, Lawson gets the pass. Now to Crowder. Stone flipped it up there to her. Crowder going to run the point here momentarily. Stone goes far side with it. Gets a screen from Farr. Pulls up from about 17 feet. Missed it. Rebound tipped up. Farr with it. Here's Crowder. Kicks it back to Anna Crowder. Shot clock had reset off the miss. Now it's back to 10. Here's Stone. Stone into the paint. Gets fouled hard by Bush. We'll make sure, yep, that is going to be on Rachel Bush. Her third. Team third as well, and so U Pike's going to get Warren, Moore, and either back in there. And so Jacelyn Stone's going to step back to the stripe here for the Lady Bulldogs. Misses the first one, unfortunately. Stone with 7 points now. Chance to cut it to a one-possession game here with a make. And it's going to be waved off. Wesleyan committed the lane violation, went stumbling through, and so it wipes the point off the board for the Lady Bulldogs. They'll press Pikeville. Full court, far back as the safety valve with Andrade. Stone gets the inbound, quickly gets it up to Eiler. Eiler across midcourt, looking to get it away from her hands into Moore's. Andrade sets a high screen for Moore. Moore just inside the three-point line, misses the shot. Anna Crowder clears out the board. 5:15 to play, 43-39. Tennessee Wesleyan trailing by 4. Here's Stone from 3 off to the right side. Andrade got the rebound over the back of Crowder, and that's going to be a foul on Andrade, her 3rd, team 4th. It was the hand in the back of Ella Crowder that got that one. Abby Barr returns for Ella Crowder. Smith returns for Andrade on U-Pike's side. Stone lobs it into Farr. Up to Stone it comes, top of the key. Stone working against Stone, spins. Triple team, now out to Barr, and Barr stepped on the sideline. Right in front of what is normally a student section. A lot of teams in action already. Spring sports kicking off. And she's got tennis in action. Baseball, of course, is in action. Lacrosse has been in action already. Now a foul called on Abby Barr, pushing Stone out of bounds, so that'll be the 2nd on the Lady Bulldogs in the quarter. It's going to be Warren trying to get it in. This time she gets it in without any hesitation. Under 5 we go in the 3rd quarter. 43-39 still your score. U-Pike in front. They've never trailed. Wesleyan's been to within 1 a couple of times. Stone, 15-footer, missed it. Rebound tipped out. And a foul called on Anna Crowder this time for the Lady Bulldogs. So the foul starting to add up for Tennessee Wesleyan here. That's her 2nd, team 3rd. It's going to be inbounded by Stone. It's Smith that has to catch up to it. Stone trying to get away from the corner, 13 to shoot. Julia Howard in there as well. Now kick out, overplayed. Eiler for 2, missed it. Anna Crowder gets the rebound. She's going to push the pace. It's a 2-on-1 break over to Lawson. Layup on the right side by Lawson is good. Lady Bulldogs to within 2 once again. 43-41, and a turnover here by U-Pike as they travel in the backcourt. 4:19 to go, and the Lady Bulldogs have a chance to tie this one or take the lead. Really the first true time they've had it in the front court to be able to do this. Here's Lawson, left side, Lawson. Step back jumper on the baseline, just short. It was a good open look. The dribble got her free, but caroms off into the hands of the U-Pike Bears. 4:05 to go, 43-41. Here's Smith, goes right, sets a screen to the right. Stone goes right side of it. Lawson right there on Eiler. They work it around far side. Warren with it. Warren pulls up just inside the arc. Jumper off the mark. Rebound tipped up. Ball loose. Out of bounds off of U-Pike, they say. No argument from Coach Williams there. Kind of one of those that gets knocked around and ends up off of somebody's foot. So Tennessee Wesleyan still a chance to tie or take the lead here. 3:45 to go in the 3rd. Stone with it. Goes right side of the screen from Howard. Layup. Bounces in and out. Unfortunately, they'll retreat back. Had a good look, just couldn't make it. Stone, top of the key, works to the left, hands it off there to Moore. Moore calls for a screen from Eiler. Moore goes left side, working against Lawson. Spin move, trying to get free, gets the bucket and the foul. So this one's going to be the 2nd on Lawson, team 4th. Aubrey Long will return for Anna Crowder. 45-41. Alexis Moore at the line. 70.3 shooter from the stripe. And she missed it. Rebound collected here by Howard. Barr gets it to Stone across midcourt. Left side it comes to Barr. Gets a screen from Howard, pick and roll. Howard was covered up that time. Now Long gets it into Howard. Back to the basket, out to Long for 3. In and out that one goes. Barr battling for the rebound. Now U-Pike almost throws it away right in front of their bench. Moore had to sky to get the pass from Eiler. 2:50 to go. U-Pike trying to extend their lead past the 4-point lead currently. drive by Stone, kicks back to Eiler. Eiler drives, dishes, they work it around. Warren, top of the key for three, and she's got it. And it looks like an injury by U-Pike here. They lead it by 7. First time it has been that large of a lead. They stopped the game, but it's Eiler picks it up. And it looks like Coach Smith's going to take a timeout anyway to talk this one over for Tennessee Wesleyan. 2:31 to go. Wesleyan down 48-41. We'll be back in 30 seconds. Back in 30. WJSQ, WLAR, Athens, Tennessee. 2:30 now to go in the third quarter. Tennessee Wesleyan trailing by 7. That's the largest deficit they've had since about 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Howard gets it to Stone, left wing. Stone around the screen, drops it back to Long. Long picks up the dribble, pass deflected. Long trying to save it. Tied up underneath, and that's going to be Stone and Long fighting for it. It'll stay with Tennessee Wesleyan on the possession arrow. 2:13 to go now, 48-41 your score. Lady Bulldogs paced by Lawson, who's got 15. She's in the near corner. Then a hold called underneath on U-Pike. This one's going to be on 10, Warren, her first. Team 5th. Anna Crowder coming back to the scorer's table. Barr's first free throw is in there for the Lady Bulldogs. Took a minute for them to get that up on the scoreboard here at James L. Robb, so Coach Williams is wanting to stop play for just a minute. Barr's second one as the gym falls quiet, rolls in and out. Stone with the rebound, clear out. Allie Stone takes it far side. Gets a screen from Smith, goes left side of it. Now Eiler with the ball, skip pass, it comes near side to Warren. Warren thought about the screen, now Smith away from the basket at the top of the key. Set a screen on the other side. A drive on the baseline and a travel by Callipy. Anna Crowder now will check back in, she'll replace Barr. So Wesleyan has Stone, Lawson, Crowder, Long, and Howard, the 5 there. U-Pike. Alexis Bates, she'll get a breather at the next whistle. U-Pike has Stone, Warren, Callipy, Smith, and Eiler. High post feed to Howard, working against Smith. Back out front to Stone on the pass. Stone behind the back dribble, kicks out to Anna Crowder. Crowder now to Long. Long spins into the paint, looking for help, trying to get it to Howard across the paint, couldn't do it. And the still's taken away by Eiler. Quickly up the floor to Warren they go. Warren, corner jumper, no good. Howard got the rebound, poked away. Now Crowder gets it and gets fouled. Got tied up as number 35, Paige Eiler's going to pick up her 3rd, and Crowder's going to get another trip to the free throw line for the Lady Bulldogs here. It'll be actually Crowder's first trip. Jalea Lindsay in, along with Alexis Bates as they replace Long and Stone. And so Anna Crowder, 73% shooter on the season, will step in. First one by Stone is good. 48-43, Tennessee Wesleyan trailing by 5. 1:16 to play here in the third quarter. Crowder makes both of them. 4-point game once again. Lindsay going to guard Stone up the floor. Stone goes right side of a screen from Callipy. Callipy sets another screen, this time to the left, as she works it back to the top of the key to Smith. Pass over to Blythe. Blythe Picks up the dribble, gives it to Smith. Ball on the ground, picked up here by Anna Crowder as Howard and Smith hit the deck. Lindsay up the court from Crowder, and the Lady Bulldogs are to within 2, 48-46. 48-46, Stone in the backcourt. Lawson and Crowder trying to chase her down. 35 seconds to play in the quarter. Corner, it goes to Blythe. U-Pike will reset now with 15 to shoot. Wesleyan, good job of pressuring the ball, running that shot clock down for him. Stone back to the basket, working against Lawson. Goes around the screen left side. Gets to the baseline. Layup no good, but she gets called for draws the foul. And it looked like it was a whiff. Lawson picks up her third. Team fifth, 18 seconds to go. Lawson swung and just kind of missed at the ball. Powell will come in for Lawson. J.C. Powell with 2 fouls of her own. Lawson will get the breather. It's going to be Stone, Allie Stone again, 90.6 shooter at the stripe. 2-point game, 48-46. Stone makes the first one. Lady Bulldogs were on a 5-0 run. Forcing some turnovers. But just as expected, Stone knocks down both free throws for U-Pike. 18 seconds to go. Lady Bulldogs, 13 seconds to play. They can take the last shot of the quarter. Bates goes high post to Howard, poked away from Howard. Ball loose, Howard picks it up and gets fouled. Smith gonna pick up her second. Her and Howard going for the loose ball. And so Julia Howard chance to go to the line and knock down some big free throws here with 4.9 left in the third quarter. Howard makes the first one. Great crowd on hand here. We talked about it's Hall of Fame weekend. We'll talk about the Hall of Fame class coming up. Howard misses the second one. Rebound collected here, and Pikeville's just going to try to let it run out. And that they do, so we'll head to the third quarter. This one not over yet. Lady Bulldogs trailing by 3, 50-47. We'll be back in 60 seconds, back in 60. WGSQ, WLAR, Athens, Tennessee. Fourth quarter to go here. Jay Wright bringing you the action. Appalachian Athletic Conference. This game started out much different than what it is now. Again, Wesleyan trailed 21-0 through the first 8 minutes. Trailed 23-7 at the end of the first quarter. Then won the second quarter 28-13. That put them to within 1. Now after 3, they're to within 3. It's going to be U-Pike ball out of the quarter break. They go baseline Andrade. Howard picks her up. Andrade spins towards the hoop, gets the lay-in. Makes it a 5-point game. 52-47. Tennessee Wesleyan Stone on the far side. Gets it to Howard. Now a missed shot inside by Anna Crowder. Lady Bulldogs will have to retreat defensively. They finish the final 2 minutes on a 6-2 run. And now U-Pike throws it away. So Wesleyan, another opportunity here. Still under a minute gone in the fourth quarter. Stone goes to the right side, drops it back to Anna Crowder. She'll dribble into the paint, a little hesitation. Gets it to a cutting Howard. Jumper off the mark. Rebound tipped around. Ball loose. Ball still loose. Anna Crowder comes with it and gets it to Lindsay, and then a foul called on Blythe. And she had a hold of Anna Crowder, the first on Blythe, the first on U-Pike. Farr is going to check back in for Tennessee Wesleyan. And Howard will take a breather. Julia Howard, maybe the best game for her on both ends of the floor, especially just being kind of a facilitator out there. Here's Anna Crowder with the ball, left wing from the AAC logo. Goes around the screen. Baseline feed. Lindsay reverse lay-in is good for Jalea Lindsay. Assist to Anna Crowder. 52-49. Back to a three-point game. Here's Stone, works it up to the right side. Goes left of a screen, 15-foot jump shot, and that's just textbook for Allie Stone. She drills it. That's 54-49. Baseline feed on the pass this time, intercepted by Callipy. She'll push the pace to the left. Gets it to Bush, now back out front it comes to Stone. Stone trying to do the same thing, get to the 15-foot line. Crowder knew it, able to fight through the screen. U-Pike sends it up, top of the key to Andrade. Here's Callipy from the right wing. Andrade sets a screen again. Inside it goes to Callipy, or to Andrade, now out to Callipy. Callipy misses the three. Stone able to clear out the rebound with the box out from Farr. 7:50 to go, 54-49. Wesleyan trailing by 5. Stone goes left, kicks it to Lindsay. Lindsay drives, gets it to Farr, now back to Crowder, top of the key. Crowder picked up the dribble, now she'll get it to Stone, who tried to make a cut. Stone driving baseline against Allie Stone. They're gonna call a foul on Allie Stone underneath on the floor. That's Stone's first, second on U-Pike. That'll allow number 2, Tally Lawson, for the Lady Bulldogs to return for Ella Crowder. As Tennessee Wesleyan gets to inbound it. Stone to inbound it, gets it into Lawson quickly. Top of the key, Anna Crowder working against Andrade. Poked away, Lawson picks up the loose ball. Quick crossover, free to the left side, layup. Tough shot, but it'll fall short. Another missed opportunity here, 7:15 to play. Gotta expect U-Pike's gonna keep it in Stone's hands. She's got 20 points. And now Anna Crowder gonna pick up her third foul, so some fouls adding up here for the Lady Bulldogs. Team first of the quarter. Stone with 20 to lead U-Pike. Lawson with 15 to lead Tennessee Wesleyan. Rachel Bush also has 15 for U-Pike. She'll get the inbounds, gets it right back to Stone. Blythe goes left side of a screen from Bush. Pick and roll doesn't work. Andrade gets it at the high post. Farr right there with her. Kick out to Blythe from the inside out, and the three is rattled home. Just a little bit of a breakdown there by Tennessee Wesleyan, trailing 57-49 now. 6:50, 8-point game. Stone got killed on the way in on a layup, no call. Here comes Callipy in transition. Callipy walks with it as Lawson came back down and tried to help out defensively. So Tennessee Wesleyan, 6.5 to go, found themselves down 8. It's the largest deficit they've had since late in the third quarter of 7. Mind you, it's Hall of Fame Saturday here. They'll induct or honor those at halftime of the men's game when we're talking to Tennessee Wesleyan President Dr. Tyler Forrest will join us during the men's game. Here's a feed to Farr on a pick and roll, and it's money. Gets it layup on the right side. Nice feed from Stone. Full court pressure shown by Tennessee Wesleyan. Lawson going to pick up Moore. Moore goes left side. Lawson catches back up with her. Moore trying to go behind the back. Lawson trying to anticipate it. Left side it goes to Stone. Stone fights through a screen. Down low. Bush gets fouled, and Lawson's going to pick up her 4th. Team second. Abby Barr coming back to the scorer's table. She'll replace Lawson, who will sit with 4 fouls right now. Expect her to be back in a few minutes. 6 minutes to play. Bush knocks down the first free throw, 58-51. Bush second one. She's a 92% shooter, so she's even more automatic than Stone is. And it's an 8-point deficit once again. Top of the key, Farr with it. Abby Barr gets around the screen, and then an offensive foul called on Courtney Farr. Started moving, picks up her first, team third. Coach Smith unhappy with the call, or maybe his players moving screen. Ella Crowder's going to get Farr back in for Farr. Moore gets it into Stone here. 5:50 to play. Fourth quarter action. Anna Crowder guarding Stone, far side. Stone trying to drive hard. Ball loose. Ball knocked around. Blocking foul called on McMinn County's. Coach Smith has just picked up a technical. Ella Crowder got called for the foul. Wesleyan faithful letting them know about it on the far side, and that one, Ella Crowder was set up to take the charge. That's our third foul. Team 5 already because of the technical foul called on Tennessee Wesleyan's head coach Jason Smith. So now there'll be 2 technical foul shots. Allie Stone's going to take these shots. 5:38 to play. An 8-point game, and Stone missed it. Stone's usually automatic for U-Pike based on percentages, but that one is a miss. Second one is good. It's a 9-point game. 60-51. There's a non-shooting foul, so U-Pike will just get the ball here. Inbounds comes to Stone. 5:35 to go when she crosses half court. Crowder going to pick her up. Wesleyan trying to stop her. Crowder bodying her up. Crowder's got 3 fouls. Lob down low, and then a whistle on the inbounds pass. Trying to get down low. Lindsay's going to pick up the foul here on the Lady Bulldogs. That was against Bush. And so Rachel Bush will step back to the line. Bush 3 of 3 at the line, make that 4 of 4, 61-51. First time we've been in double figures since early in the second quarter. 5:24 to play here in the fourth. Both free throws good for Bush. 11-point lead. Coach Williams a little smirk on his face maybe. Feeling like momentum's finally shifted back for them. Here's Crowder, a little turning hook shot, no good. Rebound collected by Bush. Pass over the head of Crowder. Now Blythe gets it up to Moore. Baseline feed, they go to Andrade. Andrade back to the basket, working against Lindsay. Hooking, no call, and Pikeville starting to pull away here, 64-51. And Tennessee Wesleyan wants a timeout. 5 minutes to play exactly. Trailing by 13 with a full timeout on the court. We'll be back in 60 seconds, back in 60. 4:53 to go here in the fourth quarter. Tennessee Wesleyan takes the possession out of the timeout by Coach Smith, and they'll take a three and miss it at the top of the key. And Tennessee Wesleyan will draw the foul against Stone here. Offensive foul on Stone. Pikeville have some fans that have made the trip. Almost 4.5 hour trip down from Kentucky. Inbounds comes to Stone, over to Powell. Back to Stone, top of the key. Lady Bulldogs trailing by 13. They got to get something going quickly. Ella Crowder gets to the high post, spins in, gets it to Stone. Stone driving in. Kicks it out. Powell, she'll fire the left wing three, and it's nothing but net for J.C. Powell. Lady Bulldogs to within 10. Just got to get stops defensively here. Full court press. Now it's going to be Bush across the time stripe. She'll bring it near corner to Andrade. They're wanting to work it back up top. Moore's got it in her hands. Guarded there by Ella Crowder. Screen coming, goes right side. Howard coming in for help. Jump ball. It'll be Tennessee Wesleyan's possession. Good job by Julia Howard once again. Freshman forward stepping in, getting her hands on the ball. Ella Crowder will exit. Tally Lawson back in. Sophomore guard. Stone going to let the ball roll up the floor. Gets it at half court. Clock at 4 minutes. Here's Powell. High post feed. Lawson gets a screen from Howard. Top of the key. Off to the left. Andrade got stuck with it. Now Wesleyan got caught with three players trying to press. They'll retreat back defensively well enough. Lawson helping out. Now Bush. It's going to be Andrade. Top of the key. Gets it to Stone right wing. Stone guarding her tightly. Stone moving her feet. She's trying to stay with her. Bush backed up against Lawson. Goes up strong. Powell with the backside rebound. Good help defense by a couple of Lady Bulldogs there. 3:24 to go. 10-point game. Crowder looking. Gets it to Powell now into the low block. Howard steps through. Gets fouled and the bucket is good. 64-56 after the and one opportunity coming here. That one's on Rachel Bush, her fourth. If Wesleyan could get her to foul out, that's at least one good free throw shooter down. 3:14 to play. 8-point game. Howard at the line. In and out that one goes. Free throw woes for the Lady Bulldogs. Now 9 of 17 from behind the charity stripe, 12 of 15 for U-Pike. Lawson back out of the game with the 4 fouls of her own. Crowder with 3 fouls, guarding Stone out front. And Crowder called for the 4th. It'll be 2 shots coming for Stone, but instead it's going to be a timeout called by U-Pike. So with 2:56 to play, Wesleyan down 64-56. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Back here, James L. Robb Gymnasium, Lady Bulldogs trailing 64-56. U-Pike's about to go to the line for 2 free throws after the foul by Anna Crowder, her 4th. So foul recaps here. Anna Crowder with 4, Tally Lawson with 4, and Ella Crowder with 3. That's the trouble for Tennessee Wesleyan. Rachel Bush with 4, Eiler with 3 for U-Pike along with Andrade. And then they've got a host of them at 2 fouls apiece. Only Wesleyan's Powell with 2 fouls outside of the ones already mentioned. Stone makes the first free throw for U-Pike. 9-point lead once again, 2:56 to go here, Hall of Fame Saturday. Got the guys game coming up after this one. We'll have a short break in between, of course, as usual. Both free throws good, back to a 10-point game. Tennessee Wesleyan has Stone on the far side, goes left, layup, blocked out of bounds by Allie Stone. Stone for U-Pike with 23 points. Jacelyn Stone gets it into Lawson, now down to Howard. Howard spins towards the basket, draws the foul on the shot. If Wesleyan can start knocking down some foul shots, it would help. This one's going to be on Moore, her third. So 2:46, just 10 seconds off the clock between the free throws of Pikeville and the ones by Tennessee Wesleyan. And Howard does get the first one to fall. 9-point deficit. Howard's second one doesn't work. Crowder chases down the rebound and gets fouled. Stone's going to pick up her third for U-Pike, and that'll be 2 shots coming for Anna Crowder. So Tennessee Wesleyan going to get the opportunity to keep shooting some foul shots, as Crowder, though, misses the first one, 66-57. Second one is good for Anna. 8-point game once again. 2:45 as only 1 second had rolled off the clock. Several Hall of Fame members coming in to be honored. Bobby Davis, great basketball player here at Tennessee Wesleyan. Stone pushed down Jacelyn Stone, no call on the inbounds. Now Andrade gets it in the front court. Top of the key. Stone just takes it away from Callipy. Stone, fast break, gets fouled hard by Callipy. Callipy's going to pick up her third. And Tennessee Wesleyan's going to have another opportunity with now 2:34 on the clock. Stone just went in against Callipy. Had gotten shoved down off of the inbounds by Stone from U-Pike. That's what you probably heard Wesleyan faithful screaming about. Stone misses the first free throw. Wesleyan now 11 of 22 from behind the free throw line. U-Pike 14 of 17. Stone does convert the second one. It's a 7-point game, 2:34 to go. Wesleyan not going away, down by 21 to start this game. Have battled back in probably one of the greatest second quarters of James L. Robb history. Inbounds comes, it's Blythe trapped in the corner. Almost turns it over, gets it up to Moore. Now Bush, fast break. Bush is wide open, and it's going to be an easy lay-in for U-Pike. They've got it 68-59 the score. 2:20 to play, or now 2:15 to play, 9-point game. Stone goes baseline, skip pass out front, it comes to Crowder, had to chase it down. Shot clock at 13, over to Powell. Powell drives inside against Rachel Bush, layup no good. Blythe gets the rebound. Blythe gonna push the pace. Gets it to Moore. Moore circles it back out, under 2 we go. 68-59. Stone gonna pressure Allie Stone at midcourt. Stone gets free, Howard picks her up, lob down to Bush. Bush kicks it out, Moore thought about the three, shot clock at 8. Now Rachel Bush will take the long two, missed it. Anna Crowder pulls the rebound, they'll push the pace. Crowder looking, goes around defenders, shovel pass over to Howard, layup just missed off the left side, and Howard's gonna commit her first foul and send Rachel Bush to the line. 1:24 to play in this one, 68-59. And Tennessee Wesleyan will have to hope for some misses from the best free throw shooter on U-Pike's team right here. Bush makes the first one, 69-59. 1:24 to play. And Bush converts both of them, 70-59. Lawson and Lindsay return for Howard and Ella Crowder. So it's Powell, Lawson, Lindsay, Stone, and Crowder out there for the Lady Bulldogs. Stone lets it roll all the way up near the Dwayne Farmer Court logo before the clock will start. Here's Crowder, skips it to the left side to Lindsay. Lindsay off the dribble, drops it to Lawson. Lawson's three, too strong. Long rebound chased down by Anna Crowder. Shovel pass over to Powell. Layup is good on the left side by Powell. Lady Bulldogs not going away yet. 70-61 for 1:12 to play. And a quick timeout. We'll just stay here with you through it. It's only a 30-second one, but Tennessee Wesleyan trying to claw their way back into this one. 70-61 deficit. Reminds you, men's game coming up next. After this one, the number 21 team in the country, U-Pike Bears, come to town. Tennessee Wesleyan men have knocked off the Bears here at home once in the previous matchup. We'll talk about that a little bit in the pregame. And of course, our next McMinn County game will be Tuesday night against Ray County, district game, right here on WJSQ. McMinn County split with Cleveland last night. The boys kind of control their own destiny, at least for second place. They'll have a rematch next Friday with Walker Valley, potentially for the district regular season title. We'll see how that goes. But right now it's the Lady Bulldogs with 1:12 to play, down by 9. Turned it over, U-Pike did, and Crowder gets fouled on the shot here by Blythe, and a technical on Blythe as she claps at the referee saying she got all ball, and so Wesleyan's going to get 4 free throws plus the ball. So Crowder, with no time off the clock, is going to have a chance to knock down some big free throws for the Lady Bulldogs. Because 5 team fouls plus she was shooting, so she'll take. First free throw is good for Crowder. 70-62. Tennessee Wesleyan saw this at Reinhardt where they had 6 straight points off of free throws and technicals. Crowder does get the second one. 1:09 to play and no time went off the clock. So it's 70-63. Now Anna Crowder will shoot the regular foul shots. Makes that one. 70-64. And Crowder makes all 4 of them. Best free throw shooting we've seen. It's a 5-point game with 1:09 to play. Tennessee Wesleyan's ball. Huge clutch free throws by Anna Crowder right there. She's got 10 points for the Lady Bulldogs, along with Julia Howard. Stone to Lindsay, now to Crowder. Crowder trying to make a drive, backdoor feed to Lawson. Lawson got hounded on the shot, but stepping out of bounds on the rebound was U-Pike. So Ella Crowder will exit J.C. Powell in, a little offensive defensive switch possibly there. Powell known to knock down some threes. Stone trying to get it in quickly, gets it into Lawson. Back to Stone. Stone going baseline against Andrade. Baseline shot, reverse block. Had it momentarily, and then a blocking foul called on Anna Crowder, and Anna Crowder's going to foul out of the ball game. Anna Crowder tried to draw the foul. I've got her at 5 fouls, but good thing. I've missed one somewhere. It's only 3 fouls on, or 4 fouls now on Crowder. So Wesleyan will leave her in there a little bit longer, 53.3 as Blythe goes to the strike. Makes the first one. So a 6-point game, still 2 possessions. Blythe's second one is in there. 53.3, Wesleyan gonna let it roll, and I'm really surprised Pikeville has not pressured that ball a little bit more. 72-65, backdoor cut, feed to Powell from Crowder is good. It's a 5-point game, 45.4 remaining. U-Pike gets the timeout called. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them back in 30 seconds. Out of the timeout, advancing the ball is U-Pike after the made shot by Tennessee Wesleyan. Bush catches it in the front court, 43 seconds to play. Lawson on her. Bush drives the baseline, throws it way back out to Blythe. Now back to Bush on the far side. Lawson with 4 fouls cannot be the one to commit it, and then U-Pike turns it over. 33.2 remaining. U-Pike just throws it out of bounds. And Coach Smith's going to call the timeout. It'll be a full timeout. Let's take 30 seconds of it. 33.2 remaining. We'll be back again in 30 seconds. WJSQ, WLAR, Athens, Tennessee. Jared Wright here from James L. Robb Gymnasium. Wesleyan has just forced Pikeville to throw it away. They've got it after the timeout in their own front court, trailing 72-67, trailing by 5. With 33.2 remaining, it'll be Crowder to inbound it. They've got Stone, Lawson, Howard, and Powell out there. Blythe, Moore, Stone, Bush, and Andrade for U-Pike. Lawson quickly trying to make a play, gets it over to Powell. Powell lobs it down low to Howard. Howard goes up strong with the left hand, missed it. Andrade gets the rebound, shot clock turned off. Jump ball, it will stay with U-Pike. It's 20.1 remaining. Ella Crowder comes in here for Tennessee Wesleyan. She'll replace Powell, and it's going to be Lindsay replacing Howard. And now Coach Williams is going to call a timeout. Let's see, he's going to advance it up after the held ball, and so it's going to just be a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here with you. That's all he was trying to do, is just advance it. So 20.1 remaining, 72-67. U-Pike started this game on a 21-0 run. Lady Bulldogs battled their way back in the second quarter. Have never tied it, though. Have gotten to within one twice in the first half. Now U-Pike has it in midcourt. A foul called here on 23, Jalea Lindsay. She's got 2. That's going to send Bush to the stripe with 15.7. And a chance for U-Pike to ice this one away here at the charity stripe. Tennessee Wesleyan, what a battle we have seen them have against the preseason #1 team, currently the #4 team in the conference, and the team they beat in overtime 59-54 up in Pikeville. Bush makes the first one, 73-67. Still 2 threes tied up as of right now. And she misses it. Wesleyan still with a little hope. Here's Crowder into the paint, backdoor feed to Lindsay. Reverse layup, missed it. Had the left side wide open and just missed it, and Pikeville's just going to hold it. And so Pikeville, after looking like they're going to run away with one, will scoot out of here with a tough victory against Tennessee Wesleyan. Lady Bulldogs made them earn it, 73-67, the final. U-Pike takes care of Tennessee Wesleyan. U-Pike goes to 14-7 overall, 13-4 in the conference, now 7-4 on the road. Get back into the win column. Lady Bulldogs drop to 12-11, 9-9 in the conference, and 6-4 here at home, and unfortunately have lost their last 2 ball games, and both of them in conference play at a critical time of the season. Again, your final score, U-Pike 73, Tennessee Wesleyan 67. Let's go ahead, let's take a 2-minute break, and then we'll bring you some final stats from James L. Robb. Back in 2 minutes. Back here from James L. Robb Gymnasium, where the Lady Bulldogs fall at the hands of U-Pike 73-67. It was not without a great effort by the Lady Bulldogs again. Can't stress it enough. They were down 21-0 with through the first 8 minutes of this game. Trailed 23-7 at the end of the first quarter, but went on quite a bit of a run, a 14-0 run the last minute, and then the first 2 minutes of the second quarter, so roughly 3-minute run, a 14-0 run that helped them cut it back to 7, and then they got it down to 1 with 3 minutes left, 31-30, and then trailed 36-35 at the end of the first half, and hung with them, trailing 50-47 at the end of the third quarter. But U-Pike down the stretch had a 7-0 run of their own to help salt away this one, and Wesleyan just struggling to make some free throws. Looking at your team stats, Tennessee Wesleyan shoots 31.9% from the field, 30.4 from behind the arc, and 59.3 from the line. U-Pike 48% from the field, 35.3 from the three-point line, 82.6. Lady Bulldogs only turned it over 7 times, forced 18 turnovers. They got 28 points off the 18 turnovers by U-Pike. Rebounds, U-Pike beats them by 41-38. Tennessee Wesleyan does assist on 15 of 22 made shots. U-Pike 10 of 24. Leading scorers, U-Pike Rachel Bush with 24, Allie Stone with 23. Tally Lawson ends the night leading the Lady Bulldogs 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Anna Crowder double-double, 10 points, 13 boards, 7 assists. And then Julia Howard, 10 points, 2 assists to her credit. Jacelyn Stone, 8 points, 4 boards for the Lady Bulldogs. Coach Jason Smith has joined us, and Coach, I know it's a loss on the column, and there's no moral victories for coaches, but what a game. Down 21 points to start pretty much the entire first quarter, and the way your Lady Bulldogs battled back to only trail by 1 at the half was just unbelievable comeback, and they never really went away.
No, I'm very proud of our girls for fighting back. They could have rolled over early. I mean, I don't think I've ever been a part of something like that before. I don't think I've ever been down 21-0 to start a game. And, you know, it's one of those things where you've never been there. You know, there's not much to do. I just kept looking at them saying the score is 0-0, and we just going to fight for every possession. And into the first quarter, we get those 7 points we got were huge. I mean, we went on a, 7-2 run to end the quarter, and I think our girls, saw the ball go in the basket and had a little momentum, and then we put a press on them in the second quarter, and it worked, and it got us fired up and got us playing. Problem is, it woke them up a little bit for the second half, probably. But I'm proud of them. You know, unfortunate, couldn't quite come in, on the other end of the stick there for the win. If I look at the stats, there's a couple of things that blare out to me on the stats. It's just our free throws. I think the difference in the game is they went 19 for 23 from the line, and we went 16 for 27. And we've talked about that all year long, that we got to be better than that at the free throw line. And I don't know, that might be the first game we've lost all year, probably at the free throw line. Then we shot 32% from the field, and they shot 48. So, and we only lose by 6. So what's that tell you? I mean, we got to shoot the ball better. Missed free throws, missed bunnies, and if we make those, we're probably coming out of here a little bit more happy.
All things that are correctable. I thought for a minute we were about to have a refresh, I believe, of the Reinhardt game where you were talking to us on the bus ride to Montreat about where I think y'all got 6 points without any time off the clock. You got the technical foul on Blythe, and then she had a personal foul. And Crowder hits 4, and then you get the ball, so you almost.
Well, we scored 8.
We scored 8 at Reinhardt. So
yeah, we scored 8 points without the time going off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a hard-fought game on both sides. Both teams were getting a little chippy, and Coach Smith here got a little fired up. So.
Well, if there's ever a well-deserved technical, I have to agree that one was you earned it, and I applaud you for the way you did it because it definitely needed to be said. But nonetheless, I think continuing to impress is Tally Lawson. Only a couple of games we've seen her this year. Continues to play hard. I thought Julia Howard came off the bench very big for you all in the middle, both offense and defense, it felt like.
Yeah, Julia's just getting better, being a freshman. She's going to go ups and downs, and she's just starting to get the feel for things now. And I think she's going to be a great player for us down the road. And she's, she had a great night tonight. You know, what do you say about Tally? Tally had a great first half. I mean, second
Yes.
half she only had 2 points, but she kept us in the game in the first half, to be honest. But she had 13, and she was getting steals in the press. And, yeah, you know, like we said before, it'd been nice to have Tally all year long and see what our team would be like. We got Jalea back today. She's probably not 100%.
Right.
But getting her back, I think, is going to help as well down the stretch. So, yeah, tough one to swallow, but we'll get back on the horse.
I was going to say it's
And fight
time to get back on the road. Another decently long road trip to Kentucky Christian coming up for you all. Go up to Grayson, Kentucky, I believe.
Yeah, we haven't played
like
them yet, so it's just a matter of getting in the film room this weekend and watching them play a little bit and getting prepped for them.
Well, the regular season's winding down. Only at home 2 more times. We'll be here with you through those, and hopefully at least with 4 games remaining can pick up a couple of wins down the stretch here and then maybe improve the conference standing. So
yes, sir. Thank you.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks for joining us, Coach.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you.
As Coach Smith said, this one maybe a little tough to swallow here as you're down by 21, uncharted territory for most people in a basketball game. 21 straight points, but make a valiant effort in the comeback and only lose by 6. Got to get it done at the free throw line and make some layups going forward and see if they can overcome some hurdles like this for the Lady Bulldogs. But again, they lose it 73-67 to U-Pike. We got the guys game coming up next. Both teams out here warming up right now as the number 21 team in the country in NAIA, U-Pike, comes to town to face off against the homestanding Tennessee Wesleyan Bulldogs. So right now we're going to send it back to Handsome Dan at the station, producing it for us. And then we'll be back with U-Pike versus Tennessee Wesleyan on the men's side coming up. Back to you, Handsome Dan.